Hello everyone, welcome back to Geeks Python. So myself Vamsi, I'm currently working as an associate software engineer at SNNC Hyderabad, and coming out to this particular playlist like interview preparation course. We started this particular interview preparation course with the aim of providing the best content, like all the preparatory stuff at one go, okay, at one place. So that's why we started this particular interview preparation course at the free of cost. And yep, so today we came across 11 lessons. Okay, it is 11th lesson. Until now we have complete 10 lessons. Okay, and we have solved around 20 plus problems. Okay, and also we have covered all the basic stuff. Now we are seeing functions. Okay, so I can say this is a next level, like a level 2 in Python programming, I can say that. So till now whatever we have seen, all these were one level, and this whatever we are starting now, it's an level 2. And then whenever we start oops, then it is going to be level 3. Okay, and goes on. Okay, then we will see DS, then we will see algos kind of stuff. Okay, hope so. If you are visiting this particular channel for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe, and also if you like the content, please hit that like button up, and please let us know, okay, what you would like to hear from our next class, or okay, what you would like to learn from this particular channel in the comment section. Or you can always if you are watching this live, you can put down an message in chat window as well. So I'll always keep an eye on that chat window as well. Okay, so on this note, let's go. Okay, so since we have completed level 1, I would like to give you a quick recap of whatever we have seen till now. Okay, so we started with a basics of Python, like history. Okay, like history, and then futures, and then advantages, and then disadvantages, means limitations. Okay, limitations. And then we have seen variables, we have seen constants, and then comments, and naming conventions, operators, flow control statements, and we have solved around 20 plus problems. Okay, so a quick recap of whatever we have done so far. Okay, so yeah, so if you are visiting channel, like if you are watching this video very new, okay, for the first time, please go and watch my previous live lessons as well, so that you will get some good picture on what we have did so far. Okay, so let's start with today's class. Okay, so today we will be covering functions and different types of functions, and what are the advantages of functions, and what is the need of functions. Okay, and some rules and regulations of writing functions. Now first let's define what is a function. So a block of organized and reusable code that is used to perform a single task or related action. So what does it mean? Let's say you have an like you decided to made an like make you have decided to make one website. Okay, website. Okay, let's consider it's a very simple website. Okay, where you will be having one login page and one home page. Okay, so let's assume it will consume 150 lines of code. to make this particular website. Now if you wrote all those 150 lines in one file, okay, and you have created a web app, okay, and after 2 years or 3 years, okay, like you have hosted that particular web app on GitHub, let's assume, and someone liked your website and he wants to go through your code, okay, how did you implemented that code, okay. So he found your GitHub profile and he got the code, but he was not able to understand your logic. Like understand means like he is not able to grasp like from where you are doing this kind of thing. Let's say there is a login page, right? Login code, okay. So he is not able to get that login page. Like, so in 150 lines he got confused. Okay, there is no comments, there is nothing, okay, apart from just a code of 150 lines. So if this is a situation for 150 lines, okay, let's assume if you are developing an Amazon clone, okay, Amazon website kind of stuff, so which has a lot of things, lot, okay. So in worst case, let's assume Amazon has like 50k of number of lines. Then if I have gave Amazon source code to you, like will you able to understand that? No, you won't get it, okay, you won't get it. And even so in Amazon website as well, I've particularly asked you to okay, so I don't want entire Amazon app, I only want the cart logic, okay. Like, so if you have seen, there is a plus symbol on every like item, right? So whenever you click on that plus icon, that particular item will go on add in your cart, okay. I want that functionality in my code base, okay, in my the application which I am developing. So but I was unable to get it. So what is the solution for these kind of things? Okay, so let's assume for every functionality, let's say cart functionality, you have defined one function. So you don't forget about that function name as well. Forget, like, let's assume you have a block of code, okay. You are telling that from this line 1 to line 200, this particular code belongs to the cart, okay. Then so when whoever seeing that particular code will definitely make sense, right? They will get to know, yeah, so in this 2200 lines they have written the logic of cart, okay. That's how it works, right? So as a programmer, it's not important to it's not only the task to complete your work, okay. It's your responsibility to, whenever someone reviewed your code, he or she able to understand your logic. That's very important, okay. Writing or finishing your work doesn't make sense, okay. Anyone can do that, okay. Like if you are taken one day, someone will take 2 days to complete that particular task. But here the important thing here is, whatever the code you have written today, that should be readable, that should be understandable by the other people after 10 or 20 years as well. That's an importance. That's so whoever write code something like that, they were called as a software developer, software engineer, okay. Yep. So that is what we are saying. So organized, reusable. So what is another important thing? Like, so when I say I have this particular block of code, so whenever I need again cart functionality, I don't need to go to I don't need to implement, copy paste the same code or same logic somewhere else. What I can do, I can just reuse this particular block of code again and again, okay. That's the another advantage of writing a functional, okay. So how we can reuse that particular code, we will see that, okay, when we are discussing about modules, we'll see that thing, okay. And even so within function, within same file, or yeah, we'll see it, okay. That is used to perform a single task or related action. Cool. Now the second point, Functions provide better modularity for your application and a high degree of code reusing. So better modularity. Okay. So yeah, it like, so this particular module will give you a cart, this particular mode will give you an payment, this particular code will thing will give you an uh, cards. Okay, card showcasing kind of thing. So you can reuse that particular code again and again whenever it required. Okay, that is all about function. Now we'll see how can we define a function. Okay, so this is the basic syntax of defining a function. So this particular piece is called as a function. How can you create? So you will be putting a keyword called def, and then a function name, like the function which you are need to develop. Let's say if I'm defining if I want a cart function, then I say cart. Okay, and it has some parameters. So what are these parameters? Let's say I can say that inputs to the cart. Okay, let's assume you are like you have opened Amazon and there is a mobile here, okay, which you are shopping for, and whenever you click on that plus symbol, means like add cart. So now I need to add that particular product into the cart, right? So I need only that product. Okay, so let's assume for every product Amazon is giving one unique ID, unique product ID. So whenever I am clicking that add button, like add to cart, then I will pass that unique ID or product ID in my function. Okay, so then I will add that particular product onto my cart. Okay, so this is the logic adding. You can assume that I'm just telling for example. Okay, yes, sure, but not in today's class, I guess. Okay, might be in next class or some. Okay, we'll see. Okay, we are going in a one particular flow. Okay, I don't want to break that particular flow. Okay, so whenever that particular topic has came up, then we'll definitely gonna see that. Okay, thanks for asking. And at the end we are returning something. So if you remember, okay, while shopping in Amazon, whenever your a particular product has been added into the cart, at the end it will say successfully added to the cart, right? Something like this. So let's assume, so whenever this particular piece of code has successfully done, you need to return this particular successfully added cart kind of message. Okay, and this is how you have written your cart logic, and how to call that, like how to use that cart logic. Okay, here comes the thing. So you will be using this function name, right? So cart, and you need to pass it as a arguments. Okay, no worries. Look, okay, so arguments are here a product ID. So both are same. Here we are calling it as a arguments, and here we are calling it as a parameters. So both are same. Okay, we are in function calling, we are calling it as a arguments, and in function called we are calling it as a parameters. Okay, so here we are calling our function, calling, right? We are calling, and this is a called function. So in called function, inputs are called as a parameters. In calling function, arguments are called as a parameters. Okay, sorry, arguments. So this is how we can define a function. Now there are specific rules and regulations while defining a function as well. So we'll see one by one. So a function blocks begin with the keyword def. Yes, we have seen that, right? Followed by a function name. Yes, we have seen that. Hi Akshay. And a parenthesis, like parenthesis in the sense it might be empty. Okay, if you are not accepting any inputs from the user, okay, then it might be empty. Let's say def cart. Okay, so that's it. This is a function. Okay, it has started with the def keyword, and it has some name called cart and a parenthesis open and close. Okay, any input parameters or arguments should be placed within this parenthesis. So if you have seen that, okay, here we have parameters and arguments. Okay, so those, if you don't have any parameters and arguments, it's okay. But if you have parameters and arguments to be passed to a calling function, then you need to put them in the open and closed parenthesis like this. Okay, here. Okay, that is what it is saying. And the third point is code block within every function must be indented. Okay, so if you know what is indented, like if you don't know what is indented, it's okay. Okay, so you can go and watch my previous lectures where we have discussed, I guess it is on lesson number 5. Okay, while discussing control flow control statements, we have discussed what is indentation. Okay, so, and that is about third function. And fourth one is the statement return exits a function, optionally passing back an expression to the caller. So let's say if you have called your function, okay, like cart, okay, after completing that particular task, it has to return to the wherever it has been called, right? Like if you are using Amazon, like I'm trying to sync up with whatever example we have seen. If you are using Amazon, if you are trying to add one product into the cart, so after adding that particular product onto the cart, you need to come back and you need to continue with your shopping, right? So that's what, okay, like after clicking on add cart, you need to go to the cart and you need to check out for must. So if you want to continue with shopping, that's not the thing, right? So it's your wish. Okay, you have added the product into the cart. If you want to wish and go to checkout, then you can go and check out that particular product. If not, you can just go on continue with your shopping, right? So that is what it is saying. So the return statement exits a function. So if you wanted to exit from the function, then you need to put a return statement, optionally passing back an expression to a column. So here expression means earlier, so while discussing cart example, I have shared something, right? So if you have like after adding the product onto the cart successfully, you are returning an like string called successfully added product to the cart. Okay, so that is what a return expression means. Okay, high technical talk. Hi. And a return statement with no arguments is the same as return none. So basically there is an, you can call none as a data type here. Okay, if you are not passing or if you are not returning anything from the function, so by default, if you're not if that particular function is not returning anything, but if you are expecting something to be returned, then you will get a none in your answer. So that is what this particular fifth statement. So what is arrays? So basically an array is an kind of data structure, okay, where you can store multiple elements or multiple values with the same data type in under one single variable. Okay, let's say if you wanted to store uh, 10 integer values under one single data type, okay, like single variable. So you can, what you can't achieve that by using normal integer or string kind of things, right? So here you can use something, declare like int array equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6 something. Okay, so that is what array means. But in Python we don't have what is an array, but we have something like list. So list is also an same, provides a same functionality, but it differs. Okay, so in what the difference between arrays and list is, when you are using list, you can store any kind of data under single variable. okay, like multiple, like first I have given one, then I have written string type, then I have written float, so it is acceptable. But when you are talking about arrays, you are mentioning integer, okay, it means that it only accepts integer kind of data, it won't accept any other data, okay. So that is the biggest difference with arrays and list. So but in Python we don't have that topic. So how to call a function? So we'll see this thing with one example. Let's go and write the code. Let's say I have a function which prints a name, okay, which helps us to print the name of a given, like whatever the name we have given, it will print that particular name, okay. Print, let's say hello. And you will be putting return here, okay. After printing the name, after saying hello, you need to come out of the loop. So hello Narendra. So let's say print name. Let's say first I need to print a Vamsi, then I need to print Narendra, let's say Narendra, then I need to print Akshay, okay. So what are you expecting as a output? So here, okay, so it's print name, here as well it's print name, okay. An interview course, okay. Now let's execute this particular piece of code. Yeah, so if you have seen what is the thing, so first we got hello Vamsi, welcome to Python interview course, hello Narendra, welcome to. So here I have written this particular print like hello, welcome to Python interview preparation course only once, right? But but I got output 3 times. Why is this happen? How is this happen? So it's because I have created this particular function, okay, function, and it is going here, okay. Let me put some debugging points so that you will get to know, okay. Now let's open it in a debug mode. Yes, so at first it is still running, yeah. What is this? Yeah. Okay, yes, so first it has came here, okay, if you observe, and I'm clicking on the next statement and it came here, okay. So from here try to observe where that particular point is going. From here it is going to the print name. At the end we got our output, okay. At the end we got our output in the console, okay. So like it's going on line by line, line by line, line by line, okay. So if I rerun this particular program and if I execute this, yes, so if I click on next statement, so you can see, right, from 71st line it directly jumped onto the 68th line. Okay, so and again if I click on next, it is saying that return. Okay, and the at first the name of the value which is in name is Vamsi. Okay, and I now currently I'm at 69th line, it is saying that return. Okay, if I re-execute that, I am coming back to the 79th line. Okay, and if I go and check console, I got hello Vamsi, welcome to Python interview course. Okay, now again if I click on continue, and I just came to 72 line. Okay, now if I click and continue the next line, again I went to 68th line. Okay, again it is saying that print hello world. Okay, now if I click on continue, I got the hello Narendra, welcome to the Python course. Okay, now again if I click on continue, I came back to 72 line. Then again if I click on continue, it's not continue, it's step over. Okay, basically line by line. And again I came to 70th line. Okay, and if I again click on step over, then I can go to 68th line again. So again we are done. So this is how it has been executed. Okay, each time. So I have shown this just to for your understanding. Okay, so for debugging points. Okay, so this is how function calling works. So this is called as a function calling, and this has been named as a called function, and this is the body of a print name. Okay, and if I wanted to know, okay, let's say I'm expecting something. Okay, answer. Okay, I'm expecting something answer. Let's say print answer. Okay, so here if I execute this particular piece of code, I got none here. Why? Because I'm not returning anything. I'm just saying that return, that's it. I'm not returning anything from there. So by default it will be assigned to the none. Okay, now let's move on to the next topic. So this is how a calling function works, and a forward referencing. So this is very important topic. Okay, so Python does not allow you to reference or call a function that has not been defined before it's calling. So like if you are an C++ or a C or Java guy, you might know a main function. Okay, from main function all over a coding like starts from your main function. Okay, so but in Python we don't have anything like that. Okay, so here how to identify that. Okay, that's why so many people write code using that main function only. So it's nothing like just something like this. Okay, so you can put all of this code in main. Okay, def main, and you can call a main function here. Okay, from main function you will be calling all other functions, right? So people mostly what whoever I have seen, okay, usually follows this particular kind of thing for better understanding. Okay, so now you might know that like this particular code begins executing from the 77 line. Okay, then it transfers the control to the 71st line. From 71st line all the piece of code will starts executing. Okay, all the piece of code will starts executing, and then from here you will be calling as many functions you want. Okay, there is no limit. So here one drawback with the functions, okay, is it uses an extra space. Okay, like we call it as a stack memory. What is the stack memory? Okay, let's say, okay, let me open pen. So let's say we have a this a particular main function starting. Let's assume, okay, let's assume this particular main function is starting. It is opening. Yeah, it is taking some time. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Or let me take black. Okay, so it uses something like a stack memory. So what is this stack memory? So basically this stack memory is being used for whatever function calls you make. Okay, all that order has been stored in this particular stack memory. Let's say, so here I have written main, right, main function. So first it will go and store that main in the here. Okay, it means that, so I have called main, so I will put that in stack. Now done. Now I will go to my transfer, will go to here. Okay, so I will start executing. So I will enter it into this particular C 72 line. Now it is again saying that print name. So here print name is again a function. So I will put that in here, print name. Okay, then I will go to, from here I will go to here and execute all the work. Okay, so I will execute all this work, and so once I am done with my work, I will remove that from my stack. Okay, I will remove that thing from my stack. Done. Now again I will come back. Okay, again, so the next line is again print name Narendra. So I will again put it in a stack, print name. Okay, again I will go to here and I will execute all the work, and then I will again come back to the 73 line. Okay, so whenever I'm come back, like I'm back to the main function, I will return, I will eliminate the, I will remove that from my stack. Okay, now again I can see that again I am calling this particular print name. So I will again go here, and whenever I have made a call, I will put that in my stack memory. Okay, so I am done. Okay, I will come back and I am done. So whenever I am done with my work, I will remove that from my stack memory. Okay, so I'm done with all the three lines. So from here, once I am done with this main function as well, where I need to go, I need to come back to the where I have called. So I have called in 66th line, sorry, 76th line. So I will come back here. So there is nothing to execute after the main, so I will remove the main as well. Done. So whatever I have started with my stack, I'm currently that. So I started my stack, like a stack with empty. Now my stack is empty. So it means that, so every, like your program has been executed successfully. Okay, so then it will return one. Like if you are an C++ guy, so whenever your program execution is like done successfully without any interruptions, it will return 0. Okay, if something happened in between and you are not able to execute your program entirely completely, then it will return 1, return status code, like exit code with the 1. So kind of. Okay, so this is how a stack memory, basically this is how it consumes a stack. So that's why people mostly, okay, like when they are writing any like code, so there is concept called recursion, which uses this concept like function calling, so which uses functions. So people tend to avoid using that particular topic if there is an alternate solution which uses the loops. Okay, just because of this stack memory. Okay, so that is the thing about this particular functions and the stack memory. And now what is a forward reference? Okay, so here you have a main here. Okay, you have a main function here. So here forward means always upward direction. Okay, forward means always upward direction. So for your first function call, the first function call which you are making, so let's say main. Okay, here you are making a call to the main. So a main has to be seen like upward. Okay, before coming into the main, you must have seen the def main over there. Okay, that is the logic, that is called a forward reference. So if you wrote that def main like function just below the main, okay, then it will throw an error. Okay, it won't assume that there is something like def main that I need to execute. It always forgot. Okay, so basically you can assume that it won't check the backward code. Okay, it always checks in the forward direction, at least for first function call. Okay, I will tell you how it is. Okay, let's say let me put this, cut it here. Okay, I will execute that code here. Okay, I will write that code here. Now you can see that it is showing some error here itself. Okay, some red line. Okay, if I execute this, it will throw an error. So it is throwing that main is not defined. Main is not defined. But we have returned main, right? There is a main, but it is not taking that. Okay, so that is what a forward referencing means. So if you wanted to make it here, then you need to keep that main here. Okay, and it is only rule for our very first function, but it won't check for all other functions. Let's say here I have this, and now even if I execute like so, here I am making a print name, but the print name function is right below the main function, right? So if I execute this code, it will run without any errors. Okay, so this is how a function works and a forward reference means. Okay, now let's go and see what are all the types we have in function arguments. Okay, so in function, so basically we don't have any types in functions, but we have types in passing of arguments. Okay, on how we can pass an arguments to the function. Okay, so those were these. So first one is yeah. So the first one is required argument, second one is keyword argument, third one default argument, fourth one is variable length arguments. Again, in variable length arguments we have two things: keyword, means a non-keyword arguments, and a keyword arguments. Okay, so we'll see each one of in detail and we'll write a code for them. Okay, with some good examples as well. Okay, so first one is required arguments. So the first one is required arguments. What does this required arguments means? So basically let's go through this definition. Okay, so required arguments are the arguments passed to a function. Okay, pass it to a function in correct positional ordering. So what we'll see what is correct positional ordering means. Okay, so here the number of arguments in the function call should match exactly with the function definition. So here function definition means a called function like a def, like def print name kind of thing, right? So that is function definition. And function call means here like whoever calling that particular function should match exactly within the function definition. Okay, we'll see. Let's say mm, okay, let me remove all of these. Let me code right from the basic. Okay, let's say now I will be giving all my let's say we will be having a class. Okay, class in the sense normal class in college. So every student has a name, roll number, right? Now I will give that roll number and name. You need to print all their names in the format of like hello, like Vamsi. So and CSE final year kind of stuff. Okay, let's say we will be having, let's assume we will be having a method called a college details. Okay, and here we are passing a Vamsi, then we are passing a fourth means of year. Okay, year, and then a branch. Okay, let's say CSC. So let's enough. Okay, now let's go and create a function called college details. Okay, here what are all the things we need to accept? We need to accept the name, and then year, and then a branch. Okay, so here why we have taken this name, only name, year, branch? Because whatever we are passing here, we need to accept them. So I can say that we are passing only name, so that's why we have name. We are passing year, that's why we have here. And then we are passing a CSC, so we are taking it as a branch. Okay, so here we are passing three arguments, so I need to have three parameters. That is what a required function states, that required argument states that. Okay, now I will say, so hello, here, so say it's here, then branch, or at the end you will return. Okay, so this is how actually a required arguments means. Okay, the number of arguments you are passing has to be equal to the number of parameters you are accepting. Okay, and also the positions of their required arguments and parameters must be equal. Okay, it's not like, so let's say, okay, let's execute this particular piece of code, then we'll see. Okay, here I got hello Vamsi, here fourth branch CSC. Now if I replace this here with this and here name, now what happens? I got hello CSC, year 4 branch Vamsi. This is wrong, right? This is wrong. Okay, we should not print our output like this. So that's why a positional required arguments means must be equal to the number of arguments, equal to the number of parameters, and also the positions of their arguments as well. Okay, so that is what a required argument means. Then we'll go to the next one called a keyword arguments. So what does this keyword arguments means? Okay, let's say when you use keyword arguments in a function call, the caller identifies the arguments by the parameter name. Okay, it's, we can say that it's an slightly we are modifying, or we are overcoming one particular problem that we have faced during the required arguments. Okay, the Python interpreter uses the keyword provided to match the values with the parameters. So we'll go and see what it exactly tells. Yeah, here. So if I have executed this code, so I got the output in the wrong manner. So how can I make sure that even if I pass my values like this, I need to get my things in right. Okay, so in that case you can say, so you can mention branch equal to, okay, and year equal to, and a name equal to. Okay, if you pass something like this, then your output will be the same what you expected. Okay, hello Vamsi, year 4 branch CSC. What we did, we are saying that we are saying parameter branch to take this particular argument branch. Okay, we are telling year parameter to take the year parameter argument. Okay, so here name here a branch acts as in keywords. Okay, keywords. So this is what a keyword argument means. Okay, on to the next one. So default arguments. Okay, so basically it is nothing, it's very simple. So an argument that assumes a default value if value is not provided in the function call for that argument. Okay, so if you are not giving any value, or if you are not passing an argument to the parameter, then that parameter value is being assigned to the default value. Okay, let's see here. So I will remove this branch CSC. Okay, I will remove this branch CSC. Now here I will include branch CSC equal to like branch equal to EC. Okay. Now if I execute this piece of code, what I will get? I'm getting hello Vamsi here for branch EC. So because here I haven't passed the branch argument, but I got branch parameter. I have branch parameter. So here, but instead of accepting the input like argument from the user, it is taking that, like, so if I give you an value, then take it. If I don't give you an value, just put it as a default. So how can you assign a default value to the branch? So you can assign a default value to the branch, something like this. So now I will create a sim. Let's see. Okay, so here hello Vamsi, let's say hello Sai. I'll say branch equal to CSA. Okay, branch equal to CSA. Now I will execute this code. Let's try to understand the differences. So hello Vamsi here for branch EC, because I haven't passed the branch argument here. But in 84th line, if you observe, I am passing a branch argument with the value of CSC. Okay, so since I have given branch as CSC, I got hello Sai here for branch CSC. So hope you got the difference, right? When we are giving branch as we are passing argument branch, and when we are not passing our branch argument. Okay, this is what a difference means. Okay, now let's see. So this is all about default arguments. Let's go to the next. So here comes the variable length arguments. So let's go through the definition once. Process a function for more arguments than you specified while defining the function. Okay, it is saying that we can process a more arguments than you specified in the parameter. Okay, so which are not named in the function definitions. Okay, let's say we are passing 4 arguments. Okay, we are passing 4 arguments, but I am accepting only one parameter. Okay, how can we not end up in an error? Okay, so in that cases, here comes the picture called variable length arguments. Okay, so we can handle that kind of situations as well with ease. Okay, Python will provide that functionality to us. So what are the 2 types? So here non-keyworded variable length arguments and keywordable variable length arguments. Okay, so we'll see each one of them in detail. Okay, first thing, non-keywordable arguments, non-keywordable variable length arguments. What it means? A special syntax. Okay, this one, **. Okay, ** starts with **. And then, like, if you are an C or C++ guy, it's a pointer. Okay, you can consider this as a pointer. Okay, a function argument in function definitions in Python is used to pass a variable number of arguments to a function. Variable number of arguments means it's keep on changing. It is used to pass a non-keyworded variable length argument list. Okay, non-keywordable means if I say keyword, so if you remember the data type called dictionary, there is something like dictionary stores values in the pair of, like, in the way of key value pair. Okay, key value pair. So here non-keywordable means not in the form of dictionary. So keyword means in the form of dictionary. Okay, so the syntax is to use a symbol hash tree, okay, star, to take in a variable number of arguments. Okay, so to accept like undefined number of parameters or undefined number of variables, you need to put asterisk. By convention, it is often used with the word arguments, okay, like args. So it's your wish. Okay, so usually they are saying that a convention called args, but it's your wish. Okay, it's just a variable, you can name it as much as you like. Okay, and what an star arguments allow you to do is to take in more number of arguments than the number of formal arguments that you previously defined. So here formal arguments means parameters. Okay, so it means that he is saying that the number of parameters that you have defined, okay, you can take or you can pass the more number of arguments than the number of parameters that you have defined. With the star arguments, any number of extra arguments can be tagged on to the current formal parameters. Okay, so we'll see. Okay, it's, I know it's getting little complex, but it's very easy. Okay, I will show you with one example. Let me put it in a comments. Then let's say I have a function, like I'm calling a function, let's say demo. Okay, demo, and it has 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6. Okay, so I am passing 6 arguments. Okay, now let's go and create demo. So a comma b comma c comma d comma e or e comma f, right? F. Now what I need to do, I need to print all of these guys. Okay, print a comma b comma c comma d comma e comma f. Okay, so this is what I wanted to do. So if I execute this piece of code, I will get 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, I got 1 2 3 4 5. Now let's say now I have given 7 8 9 10 11 13 kind of numbers. Okay, it's an infinity. Let's assume it's an infinity. Now do I need to put all the variables over there? It will get it is not going to easy, right? So my requirement is always keep on changing. So whenever it got changed, I need to put over their numbers. It's like it doesn't make sense. How can I handle that kind of situations? So in that case, what I can do is, so I will remove all of these things. Then I will put a hashtag here. Okay, now let's see. I will remove all these things. Now if I this, I got all the names under A itself. So what happened? What happened? So it will start with a 1, and whenever it has seen hash tree, means it's a non-keywordable argument representation, it will take all, like whatever the values behind until the closing parenthesis, all will be assigned to the particular variable only, which has a hash tree. Okay, that is what happening. So if I go ahead and define b here, okay, if I go ahead and define b, if I try to print b here, okay, now let's see what happens. We got error. What is that error stating? Demo function missing one required keyword only argument called b. What happened? Why is that? So we are passing more than 10 elements, but it is saying that still you are missing one particular argument like for b, because as I said, a is taking all the variables which until this closed parenthesis has been seen. So that is the reason why b is not able to pick up anything. There is nothing to pick up for b. That's why it is saying that you are missing some values for b. So in that cases, how can you handle this kind of situations? So whenever you are using non-keywordable arguments, so don't put this hashtag in the first parameter. So please put the asterisk in the last parameter. Okay, last parameter. Okay, for last parameter. Then only you won't end up in a error. Okay, so whatever values you are being assigned for a, then okay, first a will be assigned to 1, will be assigned to a, then it has in asterisk b. Okay, so it starts from 2 and until the end, so all values will be assigned to the b. Okay, this is how it works. Okay, this is what a non-keywordable argument means. Okay, now let's see what is keywordable arguments. Okay, what is keywordable arguments? So it's nothing but a combination of keywordable arguments which we have seen earlier in second type of arguments, right? So where we are giving the variable names, let's say a equal to 1, b equal to 2, c equal to 3, okay, and d equal to 4. Now it is keep on changing. Okay, keep on changing. So if I give this particular, if I execute this, it will get I will get an error. So demo got an unexpected keyword argument b. So for b, it has been some values. Okay, so a is been assigned for the a, and b is let's assume b is also been assigned for b. But what about these guys? Okay, it is throwing some error over there. How can you handle such kind of situations? Now you need to put double asterisk. Okay, whenever you are passing your arguments as a keywordable arguments, then you need to use the double asterisk. So what does this double asterisk do now? It will take all your values as a key and pair value, like dictionary, in the form of dictionary. Okay, so if you see b is an invalid. Okay, sorry. Let's see. So what we got this thing in the form of dictionary. If I print type of d, what I will get? I will get a dictionary, right? This is what a keywordable argument means. Okay, so hope you got the difference between non-keywordable arguments and the keywordable arguments, right? So this is all about functions. Okay, and tomorrow we'll talk about recursion. Okay, and then we'll solve a few problems using recursion. Okay, there were like plenty of problems available using recursion, and even like whatever piece of code that you have written using loops, you can convert all of them into the uh, recursion as well. Okay, but for some problems it will get complicated. Okay, because of a number of variables keep on changing. But if there are one or two variables are keep on changing, then you can use convert your iteratable code to the recursive code. Okay, so we'll do that tomorrow. Okay, so please don't forget to join tomorrow's session as well. So it starts at 9 p.m. Okay, so again it's going to be 1 hour session. So we will solve 2 to 3 problems. Okay, so with the like intuition behind and how it works and all. Good. So yeah, so on this note we'll be ending session here. So we'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye. And before leaving, if you are visiting like channel for the first time, don't forget to subscribe. And if you are visiting channel, if you have watched video till the end, so please like, don't forget to hit that like button up. Please let us know in the comment section how did you feel that like about this particular video. Okay, so see